Welcome back, Illumineers. We're going to do some gameplay today. Mark and I have some spicy brews built. Start off, roll a 7. Mark rolls a 4.
Yeah, and obviously I did not want to hit a 4 here.
Start things off, play a popsicle, draw a card. Classic Sapphire move.
Yeah, and I'm on Steel Song, so... I'm on Steel Song, and I just play a Rhino, no characters, and I pass.
Inking a Tipo. We have so much ramp that we're just ramping and inking a ramp. Ink the Woozles, play a card off our sail. Getting 2 more cards. Obviously, just such great digging that I do in this deck.
Yeah, I mean, you got like the perfect opener. You got your ramp, and you got your 1 cost item or action. Well, I just have a Rhino here, so I'm hoping that I get a 2 cost shift Rhino, or maybe 1-drop 1-drop. That would be the best case scenario. Thinking should be interesting, and I am going Rhino, probably because the that resist is going to be tough for Zach to get over on turn 4.
Yeah, I mean, I've revealed to you at this point that I was on Sapphire Emerald, and with that information, there's not a lot of great removal spells in these colors to actually deal with a Rhino. So
no, except for the Maui song.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're welcome, and we don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah.
Are both the removal spell for the sharks and the rhinos and the things that we really can't get rid of with muses.
So I end up questing here with the Rhino going to 4, playing a Lawrence because that muses is scary, and I need the strength to make sure that he does not bounce my stuff.
That's kind of the advantage you have with these muses decks. Like they have to play their big stuff like Lawrence and Rhino, and they can't afford to play an Ariel. Yeah, it might draw them a song, but like you're not singing with it if I bounce it with the muses.
Exactly.
You don't get that singer effect. And really, Whole New World's not good when you just hard cast it for 5. It's really only good when you sing it and it then get to play some nasty stuff. All right, so we're gonna do this pretty risky move, in my opinion, where we sing the muses and then use the trigger to bounce it back to hand. It's not really doing anything for me is my thought process behind it right now. He's got 2 big guys. I'd rather just bring it back to my hand, ramp, get bigger, also be able to play Donald Duck double ramp in a turn, plus bounce our muses back to our hand. Felt good at the time.
Yeah, I don't think it's a terrible play here, especially because when you're singing, you're putting it at attack without Lawrence or the Rhino. So I'm singing Zeus here, making a song live though, taking out the Donald, but it already did its job, so nothing that crazy. Now I gotta decide if I'm gonna be questing with this Lawrence, and if I can get a little more pressure. I guess my goal really is to try and get as many characters on the board before a terrible song that puts them all on the bottom.
Under the Sea is something to be wary of. It's a great board wipe. It gets around a lot of things, especially if you can, make things have less and less.
Pete is coming down, which is really good against this deck. I don't know if it was the best choice to do it right now though, because I don't know if there's any actions. What are you at? 7, 8 ink. All right. Plays Basil.
So we slam a Basil.
That's gonna bounce one of my characters. He chooses to bounce the Rhino, which is actually a great counter to the Pete play.
In a way, it removes the board. It's similar to the Medusas or these cards that are good removal spells that aren't affected by Pete, where you can't Dragonfire, you can't be prepared with Pete. You can play these other things.
Deciding to do 2 damage here just to get another draw. I'm unaware of how many cards are in my hand, but I don't think it's many. decide to
Well,
play one cost rhino,
at least
the other one cost
at least 2 rhinos and then the shift rhino are in your hand. You just played them all out.
Again, I'm trying to get that pressure and
you're
hoping that he doesn't play the muses again for bounce. Even a rhino doesn't seem that good.
You're at 8. I'm at 0. You still feel like you're in the driver's seat right now. You're really putting up a big board, forcing me to kind of have a way to get rid of the board. Here comes the muses alongside Basil. Feels like such a great combo. Basil brings cards back to your hand, and then the muses also brings cards back to your hand, but then you also have this discard effect. And we elect to shuffle back in the rhino because You're Welcome is really one of the only answers we have for Rhino. We temporarily brought it back to hand with Basil, but he just plays it right back out from his hand. We didn't have any way to discard things.
And the 2 cards I'm drawing, you're probably just gonna end up getting rid of or bending. So it doesn't really matter that you're giving me those 2 cards.
Mother's Knows Best, such a great card. We have to take that 2 damage off the Basil. Just keep him protected. Make sure we keep making our opponent discard cards. Mark being low on resources is good because then it just only leaves the possibility for a top deck.
Bare Necessities here, trying to see if he's going to take my hand out. He actually big oofed me and has that big girl board, Clara Bell.
Light on her hooves, she is. And, Grammatala is just... I think actually at this point, I'm also talking to Mark about how at the time where it was like I wanted to kind of make it seem like I was going to bend you because I think I had given him extra. I think at this point he actually is loaded with cards in his hand because I had just You're Welcomed the Rhino, so you had 2 more cards in your hand, and now I'm going to draw extra cards off Clarabelle, which is kind of the feels good thing off this deck. It's like play Clarabelle. You're Welcome them, so they have a bunch of cards, draw extra cards, and then bend them. So then you have a bunch of cards, they have no cards.
I'm really just playing out the same cards for the last 3 or 4 turns, so you're really making me just play the same cards. Unfortunately, I was not drawing the 1-drops in the songs that I needed to.
Typo's no longer useful, so we're just going to put it into the Inkwell. Slam it down. Clarabelle time.
Yeah.
And now we're honestly deciding whether or not it's better to quest with Basil to make him discard, because then we'll draw 1 less card off Clarabelle. So we end up smashing into the Pete.
Yep, probably a good choice. Takes another Singer off just in case, and I believe you're drawing 3 cards off of that Clarabelle. It's going 8-0. Which means I'm still ahead, but does not feel like it when you're watching this gameplay. Alright, we got an Ariel. Looking if we can find a Zeus or something to sing. That glare is so bad.
Yeah.
I apologize, guys.
I caught it in the corner of my eye, and I was just like, I need to move this out at least to be sort of visible. But it's an Ariel, if you cannot see it.
Right now. Alright. We can take out that Basil if we decide to.
And really, the thing I'm scared about right now is just that there's 5 lore on the board that Mark's at 8. I'm sitting at 0, and I still have to make my way all the way from 0 to 20 before Mark makes his way to 20. Only 12 away, almost halfway there. Getting rid of my Basil. I'm losing a little bit of board state. I've ramped, so these extra cards off Clarabelle will give me gas, but it's only 2 or 3 cards that I drew. So really, this turn is what the cards I drew and what I play this turn will.
Yeah, you really need regular bounce and then a bounce of the muses too. Oh, Mother's Knows Best. Exactly what happened.
Wait, yep. Picture perfect, what I needed. And then we follow it up with a bend, taking away everything and a kitchen sink. And now our Clarabelle doesn't draw us any cards anymore, but we love it. We have board, they don't.
And even the best case scenario with the Whole New World is, in the Amber Seal is that I draw Whole New World. But because you ramp and have so much pressure, even Whole New Worlding you here is not even good. And I do suggest if you are playing this matchup and this happens to you, probably end up scooping right here so you can save time on the next game. We clearly didn't do that. We want to give you the best content and the most we can. But if you're at a set champs and this is happening, you have 0 cards and your opponent is playing Visions and has 3 characters, there's probably not much you're going to be able to do here.
Yeah, especially given your deck, there are ways to crawl back in some of the more grindy, or the Sapphire Ruby decks. Like you could crawl back from this. A nice Be Prepared could get you back, but I've just got so many cards. Mark's got nothing. Even if he top decks the whole new world, like he said, it's just real bad news because I'll probably just draw a bunch of cards. And we elected to play Emerald Sapphire with the Tamatoas in this version. We'll have the deck list below. But I've slowly thought that card is just so good with Popsicle. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I was playing something like the Lady Tremaine that brings back the action to get extra bends and stuff, or have that extra you're welcome for removing sharks in case you have to ink one. You only have 3 in your deck, and then they play all 4 of their Maui sharks. You're in a situation where you have to answer them all, so you bring it back from the yard.
So an interesting thing here is that you choose to do the Grand Matala, but you could actually have done the Popsicle. And you could have... you do heal the Clarabelle. I don't know how... technically a Zeus would take it out.
Yeah. So, I think my thought process was more, I want the Popsicles to stay in my yard for more Tamatoas.
Yes.
But honestly, at this point, it really doesn't matter too much, because we're already so ahead on board. That maybe the Grand Matala, just being an extra lore, would have actually maybe been a more optimal play.
Oh, look at that. You did actually draw.
It might have been I even had the next Tamatoa in hand, and I was like, no, I have 2 Popsicles. Like, I'm going to play Tamatoa next turn. I did a thing called shortcutting there, where I played both Popsicles, drew 2 cards, and then healed 2 guys. You don't really, again, in your tournament settings, don't want to be doing things like that. You want to take things one step at a time, but... in the essence of saving time, I had to make some catch up for, how much lore I was behind on.
There is a thing too where you do quest first with that Tamatoa to get the free Popsicle, and then I don't know your hand, but maybe if you have a bell or something, you can play another character here. Oh yeah, we don't know the hands, unfortunately. We're gonna be working on getting a hand cam, but obviously that was game. Now I'm inking this Rapunzel for game 2. Playing a Cindy, which is great.
So that's the optimal start that you really want to be seeing with your deck. Being on the play is really where you want to be against my deck.
I'm hoping that he doesn't have the sail and he has the Tipo, so I can get some good advantage maybe with the Let the Storm Rage on. Inking Ursula, playing Shmi, quest for 1 because there's no rush in this deck. I'm not worried.
That's where I'm hopeful for the next set, is that I hope that maybe they break some barriers too, and they give us some weird cards like green or blue card with rush. That's good.
Oh yeah. So we did end up getting the sail here. Probably gonna ink something good. Does he have another 1-drop? That could make my day sad. I even put the sad face in the face cam because it's not looking good for me. Oh my gosh, he has a
double Popsicle. We're ready for Tamatoa. It's that inevitability, I think, and that's similar why we play Bell, is because even on turn 1 it's good, but it's cool when it's turn 6 and you just randomly play an extra Bell just for free. Good value. You want them in the yard anyway to bring them back from Tamatoa. Sometimes you don't have something good to heal. Some of your guys have ward, Muses. You usually don't want to let that get damage on it.
So I take a strength here, which is... It is getting good. I'll probably be able to take something out next turn. But, blue-green doesn't play a lot of characters until, their turn 4. But they're playing 5-cost, 6-cost characters then.
Being ahead on lore so much though on the play. I'm kind of in a situation where even if I like bounce back your aerial, I'm still not in a good situation. You still have Shmi and Cindy. If I play Grammatala, it's probably gonna die. I almost need to play out my hand because I just cantripped the popsicles, so I still have enough, like a good number of cards in my hand, and I kind of don't even have a justification to draw cards off my own popsicles here with You're Welcome, because if you Whole New World with Ariel, I'm probably just dead. You had like kind of played out like a good chunk of your hand. You were going to get 7 new cards and I was going to get 7 random cards. And I kind of didn't want to be letting you do that.
Yeah, so the You're Welcome got me 2. I do apologize. There is supposed to be 1 damage on that Shmi, which we will fix in the video. But if you're wondering why I didn't take damage, it's because we forgot. I end up playing the Ariel again, looking for a song. Hopefully I can find a Bare Necessities or something like that. But instead I whiff. And it was sad.
Rough whiff.
Yeah, you see I do put the 1 damage on the Shmi, fixing that.
Keeping them honest.
This is tough because I probably have a lot of removal in the hand, but nothing to remove. So I do Ink Strength, and I'm just going again, questy. And now the Shmi has 2 damage.
Being at 7 lore and me at 0. Again, we're in the same boat as last game where it's like, man, I'm just so behind, and just even a medium level hand from my opponent Mark, it's just gonna run us over.
I mean, the real question is, Zach, why didn't you heal the Shmi for me? If we're friends, you should have healed that.
Yeah, it was a tough call. I considered it, but I think that given that Shmi is not meant to be around for too long, it's just better to let him die. If you wanted him to live, you should have probably played a captain. There's probably a great captain, and I played Captain Piglet.
Ooh, got the Pete, boy.
This stops a lot of our nonsense of making your hand go away or even bouncing your thing. There's not very much interaction we have other than Basil that we can play next turn that gets around the Pete.
Yeah, and if you're nice, you could Basil my Pete too. Heal my Shmi, Basil my Pete. That'd be great. Oh yeah, I got double song finally. Taking something out, refueling my hand, inking a Rhino, hopefully playing something good. Another Cindy, not bad.
And it's not looking good for us. Good night, Shmi. Well, we're in a rough spot right here. Just jam a Tamatoa. When in doubt, play Tamatoa.
I mean, not bad. This Tamatoa can now take out some things. Maybe he plays a Muse next turn or something, but I am threatening 4 lore.
Yeah,
if
you play 1 character and then sing a strength, which you've already inked 1, so maybe you have an extra. I'm thinking this thing's going to get Zeused. It's probably not going to live that next turn. I'm just trying to make it so that way you maybe play a song.
The referee's coming down.
Slamming it down. Now we're pretty much dead at this point. I see the writing on the wall. You're going to pull the best thing from my hand.
Yep. I want to keep my hand. Even though he can bounce something. But again, he's...
I mean, in this situation, I actually think about how maybe you should have taken Popsicle. Because then I can't even draw an extra card. And then I'm not going to bend next turn because you already peated.
Yeah, and I'm only going to 17 next turn if you don't take anything out. So there is a chance that you draw something really good here.
Not a lot of great bounce targets this game, too. Like, bounce Ariel, bounce Pete. That's bad. So you bounce, like, Cindy.
Clarabelle.
Oh, wait.
And a Popsicle. Got the draw.
Yeah. And I think that's a weird point because also we draw less cards because we played the Popsicle, but we wanted to be able to heal the Tamatoa up after the attack. Try to slow you down a little bit, but I think we didn't draw any cards because of that draw off Popsicle.
Hamster does not shift on P, even though it should.
Absolutely absurd.
And I'm probably just gonna quest out here. I mean,
Okay, might as well go to 16.
Yeah.
Makes the most sense.
I probably 15, probably just in case I draw a hole in the world. Doesn't look like there's many cards in my hand. I don't even think you drew from the Clarabelle, so we must have had the same amount.
Inking Clarabelle, play Donald Duck. You know, things are not looking good when...
That is interesting, because you do have 7 ink. So maybe not. But you probably want to draw a removal spell.
Yeah, I think it was maybe that I already have Clarabelle and her effect, so it's not like her effect stacks.
Yeah.
So she's just kind of a 7 cost 5/6 body.
Yeah, we really got to change that face cam on my side, because you can just see my ear the whole time.
Yeah.
So, very strange. And you draw 2 off the Clarabelle. Thinking maybe I can just drop a bunch of 1-drops here. Maybe some Shmi. Just to get the game back and going.
Grab your swords. A wild one to pull out of left field.
Yeah, you know, those Diablo birds are running around. You need to have... grab your swords.
It's a great card. It gets rid of Prince John, too.
Oh,
you know, everybody always complains about Prince John. And it's like, Grab Your Swords has been around since set 1. That card's a great way to get rid of Prince John.
And I cleared your board somehow, even though it was getting scary. Double Grab Your Swords, trade with Sydney. Sounds pretty good.
Popsicle. Number 3.
Looking through the grave, even though there's nothing in there that will matter. Another Donald Duck.
Just
This card can be really good when you
ramp.
can do it with the Kita and then into Donald, but just on its own, feels like a waste of 5. Oh, and then plays the Kita. I am at 15, and you have a lot of ink, though. You could draw a bunch of stuff that...
The idea behind the Donald in this deck was just so that way we could go turn 2 ramp, then turn 3 play Kita, then turn 4 you can Kita ramp and Donald Duck. And then you're just so ahead on ink.
Look for the bare necessities is taking mothers know best.
It's just such a good situation right here for you because Mother's Knows Best. I feel like I dug pretty hard for that card, and now I lost it. So we're down to 2 cards, I believe, at this point. Kita in hopes of next turn being better than this one because I do not believe we have the right answers. It is nice because you also get to sculpt your draws with Kita. I feel like that card will see play at post-rotation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, bounce this. Oh, Muses.
Play Muses.
All right,
That's a
I mean,
pretty
your
good
board
one.
presence is ridiculous right now. I mean, I really need a hole in the world. And even then, it's looking rough. How do I get back into this game? You are only at 2. I have a bunch of top
Yeah, you know, Cindy, it's just have your welcome, or we don't talk about Bruno now, or bust. We're just in a bad spot.
All right, Kita's looking down, looking deeper into the deck. I really want to pair that Kita with the 4-cost Bruno and Amethyst.
Oh yeah, and you just put Madrigals on the top.
All right, you're trying to rush yourself up there and try to get a win.
Make you discard that bare necessities. Or is that what you discard? The Basil? Or do you just have no cards in hand is the question.
I think I had no cards in hand.
Dang. All right.
It's very interesting why I draw Rapunzel here too.
Oh, it's Wheel.
Yes, sir. And this is basically where the big GG. But I give you a bunch of outs. Like you have muses.
Oh
You
yeah.
can take out like
It depends on how many things you, because you're also going to 18 right now.
and
So
if
it's like,
I yeah.
and playing like 6 or 7 ink worth of things, I think it's more than likely going to be way more stuff than we're able to answer in
And if
this
I drop
turn.
the Pete, that's really where
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, all the answers are gone. Lawrence, and you're slow rolling the Pete because I do believe you Peated me. I could be wrong. Be wrong. Oh no, no Pete.
no, but a bunch of characters. Four strength, 3 strength. So the muses is basically useless. Oh,
ooh,
I
and
sing
you
home
wheeled
rope.
again.
Why on earth did I wheel again and not just quest? Probably because my hand was garbage. But interesting play by me.
I mean, we're pretty locked out at this point. There are very few 7-card hands, I think, at this point, based on what's in my grave, like that actually pull us out of this. But you know, we gotta play it out. We gotta see if there are those outs.
Because you basically have to challenge the Cinderella with 2, and you can take out Ariel. So then you would need 4 removals. I meant 3. No, just 1 removal spell actually, and then I only go to 19.
But again, it's one of those situations where it's like, oh, this is so awkward because you're at 19, so I have to answer everything forever until I can actually win that turn. Digging.
Yeah, you really want to see the Mothers Know Best. You're welcome. I think those are really the only bounce cards you have.
I think my big
Maybe another
mistake here was
Basil.
actually probably not keying first.
Mm,
To set up that developer brain.
true.
That would have been a great setup. Because we already have the bell that can take out the Ariel. So not as concerned about that card.
Tipo.
And I think this might even be where I realized I probably should have done that. The shake of the head. Hard cast, how far I'll go. Bounce, the only viable target right now.
And this is really what the blue-green deck is. It does take a lot of thinking and, time to make the best play. I think here you change your mind because if you bounce that Cindy, I basically will win the game.
Yeah. So I actually have to full swing. I have to bounce a Lawrence. And then swing everything at Cindy.
Oh yeah, with the resist you actually have to do a 3-for-1. I forgot instead of the 2-for-1.
I think that's why I wanted to bounce it, but then it just I remembered you're at 15, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna lose.
Interesting. Maybe using, I guess, keeping the Kita because you never know if you have another developer popsicle where you can draw the card that you want to see.
Yeah, I think at this situation where I need to draw more removal spells, I'm keying to just try to put a removal spell to the top for my next draw.
Yeah.
We possibly did not see it on those top 2. But it could just also be a cantrip or some way to dig deeper. Speaking of digging a little deeper, there was one point where I was playing this deck and I was playing one copy of Dig a Little Deeper, and that card just feels great because it's like you just grab Clarabelle plus Bend and like have 14, or you just draw the one piece you need plus 2 or 2. In this situation right here, just 8 costs, sing, grab 2 removal spells, removal.
Oh, that's very powerful. Thinking what to do here. You can go up to 19. I have to make this play very carefully because if I make a wrong turn here, it's game over for me. I'm gonna Zeus that smelly old rat, Basil.
He's the best detective in the world.
Push me.
Oh, yeah, that locks it out right there. I'm pretty. I think.
Ooh, piggy.
Yeah, there's just no way. You can't take advantage of the muses.
Yeah, which is great with the piglet. You know, Pete Piglet.
Absolutely. I think there'll be maybe some, say Piglet gets reprinted, there'll be some like Ember Steel aggro decks that's like turn 6 is like Pete plus Lady play Piglet pass, and you just have this untouchable board state. So
yeah, there's really
look at 2 cards. Yeah,
here.
we're kind of just spinning our wheels still.
Game 3. The knuckle punch comes in.
No chance. Pop, pop. That's what we like to see.
No bell for 3 games in a row on turn 1.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the thing. It's not like I'm trying to sing Friends in the Blurple deck or anything. So I feel like it's not really needed. It's still fine on turn 4 if I draw a bell.
Yeah,
and she should just be ink at that point too sometimes. But you get your wish. I T-Po'd on 2, which we were hoping for both those other games.
Yeah, unfortunate that I did not have the Cinderella. But, maybe shifting and then singing. But nope. Play Mr. Schmell. Quest for 1 because, again, I don't think that T-Po's going to do anything to the Rhino. Second Popsicle in the end. Very interesting. Does muses and, of course, has a song. So what does the Heffalumps and Woozles do, Zach?
It's a 2-cost inkable emerald song that says the target character cannot quest next turn or until the start of your next turn, and you draw a card. So you draw a card, you get muses triggers, and most of the time you're making it so that way your opponent has to attack and or has to sing. And in this situation, it makes me kind of null and void at this point. He attacked T-Po. He's at 2 damage already. He's gonna quest for 2 next turn and die.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we would do 6 with no attack. You do attack the Shmi here, which I thought was very interesting. But you have the duck. Go up to 6.
And we can heal it.
Yep.
Oh, I guess I decided not to heal it. Well, because I guess it was going to die to Pete regardless.
Yes.
And I think that we were already so ahead right now that even if you get rid of the muses, we're kind of ahead on ink too. You sing Ariel, Whole New World. We're in good shape, honestly.
Bare Necessities. Interesting if I decide to sing with the Bare Necessities or if I'm going to challenge this muses. I feel like we challenge the muses every time. Yep. And that'll be my turn. Unless I ink. Yes, ink a Lawrence. Oh, play Rhino. There we go. Now that Donald Duck is a 2/4. But can still take out my Pete, unfortunately. Zach, how much ink do you have right now?
6. 6 ink.
So
can go to 7. Yep.
Possibly a bend. Oh, even Clarabelle. And I think at this point I have a pretty good amount of cards in my hand.
You just took a card off Ariel, no?
Yep.
Yeah, so. Oh. And we're bouncing back the Ariel too. So you got a song and you're just in a great situation.
You drew 3.
4? It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm probably telling you right now that, that was very mean. Bouncing my stuff and then you drawing cards. What's up with this?
This isn't even fair, man.
I can't take out this Donald Duck. I don't know if I even want to. Maybe if I shift, I could take this out, and I really want to be questing, and he's at 7 ink, 0, but I'm also going to 5 ink, and I'm only at 1. This is not where I want to be at all. Zeus to Clarabelle, and I get to finish it off with the Let the Storm Rage On. which is pretty good. But he already got all of the value, and this is the great. This is why those end of phase effects and ETBs are so good.
It's also like, if there's an inkable Emerald 7 cost card that just said at the end of your turn, draw 5 cards, you'd play it, and so Clarabelle really, the 5/6 is just icing on the cake for me.
Taking out a Pete, probably just because he doesn't want to really bounce any of those Petes, even with the You're Welcome and the opportunity to possibly draw 2 more, and he takes out my hand.
No more hand. We have a ton of cards. We're healing our Donald out of Rhino range. We're just doing exactly what we want to do with the deck, which is just ramp, Clarabelle, bend, and
oh yeah, exactly. And especially if the Amber Steel doesn't get 1 drop, 1 drop, 1 drop, 2 drop, 2 drop, aerial, sing whole new world. Do have to grab your swords here. Probably gonna trade here because why not? He does have a lot of ink, but I think he only has a few cards in hand. Popsicle always makes it go. I think that's your 4th one too.
I think I was laughing because I just had so many cantrips. Just like develop, popsicle, just draw.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 more. Well, this is why the deck is so good. You get to see what you want. And if you hit a Muses here, it's going to be insane. Oh yeah, I think I remember now
this turn I just completely took off and I just drew more cards and sculpted my hand and ramped.
Yeah, and ridiculous.
Because you have no cards in your hand. You're not going to make a threatening board next turn. I can just afford to do this.
Best case scenario is aerial and then get whole new world and then just hope that I have enough to really. And
I just ramped twice, I think, that turn. So it's like I probably can play out my whole hand even if I'm scared of the aerial wheel.
Oh, look at that.
That exactly happened. That might be why we're saying that was exactly what had happened.
Well, it doesn't matter because, again, if I wheel here, Zach has so much ink that he's going to be able to either A, clear my whole board, or B, have such a big board that the next turn he clears my board. Uses his scary, especially that I have the whole new world. Okay, he's getting rid of it. Oh no, he's actually going to bounce his popsicle. Look at that.
Very nice.
So now he basically has 1 more of the popsicle, and he gets to bounce my aerial. Keeping that Muse's threat so that you can bounce other cards in my deck.
So you can bounce the aerial indefinitely, I think was my idea. And you don't really want to hard cast Whole New World, especially when I'm going to follow it up with a monster turn of a ton of ink.
But you have gone through a lot of your deck, so I bet I am thinking about possibly decking you out.
Yeah.
If the possibility comes.
There was a game against Amber Steel where I had exactly 8 cards in my deck when I won. And it was just, they couldn't wheel me.
I'm inking a Rhino, and I'm just going to play it, I was scared that you were going to take my hand out anyway. So I thought, why not have 7 new cards?
Yeah, it is a decent reset. You still get to play your Cindy. And I had 4 cards in my hand. So it wasn't like really, you're giving me 3 cards and you're giving yourself 7. So trade wise, that's good. A 7 for 3, if you will. Now we're going to do the You're Welcome trick. Draw 2 more cards.
So now you have a lot because you drew for turn and now you're drawing 2 more off of the wheel.
I have about 9 cards.
Yeah.
In our hand.
And decided to bend me again. Well, look
just reverse that whole New World shenanigans. No more cards.
Well, that was unfortunate.
And that's kind of why the not singing the
other
Whole New World.
Oh.
Yeah, I just had that follow-up Muses to go.
The only card that will ever save me, a nice Ariel. Oh,
and another wheel, and me shaking my head at your obvious mill strategy going on.
And make sure you check out our prediction list because we put an Ariel on that predictions list, so you can see more of our awesome predictions.
I think the Muses will also make it on a future video of our rare predictions for Fabled, and I hope I hope watching this video, I'm like, oh man, I would really miss it.
That basil for the new set is gonna really put a lot of work in, especially with the Hades. It's gonna be tough. Blue green is gonna be a viable deck for sure. I'm gonna play Ursula, and I'm gonna wheel one more time. I'm probably at this point just trying to take out his deck. He probably is only about 10-ish cards. And I'm really just trying to find that other wheel so I can take out his whole deck. And I think that's really my only win con. Can you believe it that we are still 1-1 in this game? You've
Just
won so much gameplay.
dirtling.
1-1.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing with the blue-green deck. You're not focused. All these games, I've been sitting at 0, and you've been at like 12,
yeah.
and I just need to grind and grind all the way back.
Visions of the future. I'm really hoping that I can just deck you out. Because why would I want a quest when I can just take all your stuff away?
I think at this point, I'm actually starting to get concerned about how many cards are in my deck.
You do got a good amount of questing power out now. 2, 4, 5, 6. It's not like I have any rush. And those muses have ward, so. Oh, look at that. A third one just because.
So we can bounce everything every turn.
Yes.
For forever.
Also, Zach, I love that Jafar hat that you have on your head. Have you been wearing that to set champs?
Yeah. No, I had a little Mickey hat for a while, but then I got this whole new world genie lamp hat, and it's been my go-to hat now. It's too bad we don't have the actual lore hats in our
Pete
play
might
mat
be a little
there.
too late for that, but it's fine. Ooh, Pete Double Piglet. I need to apply
Staring down 3 muses is a tough. Yeah.
So, Pete makes the muses go, no. And 3, 6, 7, I'd go to 8. But I think you win that race. And oh my gosh, I totally forgot about the discard, and I believe you discarded my hand. Oh no, all random. That's good. Oh, Zeus and a Rhino. Zeus would have been very good to take out that Basil next turn. Grandma Tala's coming. He's looking for cards, but guess what? I'm thinking, oh yes, take those cards away. The whole new world.
Oh damn! I just did a big mistake right there. I
think you were so low that you didn't want to take the card.
Oh yeah.
You didn't ramp either.
I forgot. Yeah,
you were very low on cards, and that's why you're clearing. You're like basically saying you have to answer my board now, and you're going to 12, threatening game.
I think because Grammatel is a May, it's like you have to look at the 2 cards, but then you don't have to. You can put them both, one on the top, one on the bottom, or something like that.
Ooh, I do draw another Zeus. I could have definitely double Zeused here, and I probably could have threatened something. But you're at 12. I'm at 1. I'm really just looking for a whole new world, even though I have no ink. I think I'm just very upset that I'm losing this game. I'm probably just gonna quest for 7 here. Oh no, a strength. Nice. Hit the Donald Duck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you're only going to 19. Not terrible. I can still win the game if you're at 19, Zach.
It's true.
Maybe I'll have a grab your swords next turn.
That would be pretty unfortunate.
Even though I think I already played that, so I have 1 left.
I know. I mean, you whole new world at least 2 times this game, no? I
think 3.
3.
Oh yeah, you're counting cards, and you said a number that made me go,
I mean, the Grammatala is also one of those cards that it's still like a 3/3 quest for 1. The Muses is still a 2/4 that quest for 1. We're kind of showcasing that like with the bells, you can kind of afford to
take my piglets out.
Yep. Clear the board.
I mean, you're still a threatening game here, even with challenging my board. So I think that was a good move. You could have just quested out, but you never know what I draw. Could have drawn another whole new world and then plopped out some more piglets. Another Tala. He's looking at 2, but it's not going to matter.
I put them both on the bottom, so that way we still don't die to whole new world.
Yep.
And
GG's. Awesome game, Zach. Oh, whole new world was right there. Oh my
so close.
But look, he had 1 left. Oh, this was the game we had 8.
Yeah. Yeah, that was exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And yeah. I think that was a pretty fun game, close games.
Yeah.
And GG's, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, let us know down below if you like this matchup. And if you comment some other colors, we will play them in the next video. Workshop sounding out. Let me just go. Yeah, red button. Oh, but it doesn't actually matter. Sorry, I think you're actually right. I haven't used Audacity in a while.